Hey guys, today I'm going to take you on a tour of our pantries and our freezers. For those of you that haven't seen our root cellar tour video yet, I'll go ahead and link that down below for you to check out. But today I'll show you everything outside of that. So that's the kitchen pantry, the extended pantry, the fridge, the freezers, all that kind of stuff. So I also wanted to share with you that I'm hosting a pantry and freezer challenge for the month of March. So that starts the day after tomorrow. I figured today was a really great time to share with you what I like to keep on hand and what I'm going to be working with for the duration of the challenge. So if that's something that's interesting to you, go ahead and check out my blog or check out the social media links down below for some information on that. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so this is the pantry that I work out of. Obviously, it's in my kitchen. All the home canning down here on the bottom, as well as some of the bulk items, things like that, I keep multiples of down in the root cellar or the big containers of in my extended pantry. So these are just some workable sizes, I guess, whatever you want to call them, as well as all of my dehydrated stuff is here, or what's left of my dehydrated stuff. And then a snack cupboard. So up here I got some commercially canned hummus. Actually, I haven't tried that yet. Some jam, hemp hearts, some pickles back there, peanut butter, mayo, salad dressing, salsas, things like that. A couple of plant milks, and I got an agave syrup in there and some coconut water. I don't know. I didn't really care for either of those, so those are just hanging out in there until I decide to do something with them. And yeah, here's some wild rice, some lentils, red lentils, brown lentils. This is textured vegetable protein. If you're new to plant-based cooking and you haven't tried that yet, do it. It's awesome. Some quinoa, and some pastas, some little mac and cheese, little quick items, some Ichiban because that's the junk food around here. These are all my dehydrated things, like I said. What I got in here, mostly mushrooms. I don't have a ton of stuff left because it is the end of February and lots of the stuff is from July and August last year, so apart from the mushrooms obviously because I didn't grow those are from the grocery store. But anyways, lots of the stuff is dwindling down now, but that's okay. This is not a dehydrated thing. This is my seed mix for my sprouts. So yeah, peppermint, some peach slices, red and green peppers, green beans, lots of mushrooms, a bit of celery left, and yeah, just some home canning, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned in my grocery haul and my root cellar videos, things like that, or if you've seen on Instagram or whatever, we cook from the fridge, oh my goodness, from the pantry and from the deep freeze, so we eat a lot of canned goods. And yeah, this is just a little bit of everything: carrots, greens, beans, lots of vegetables, tomato products, some fruit, some beans. These are a couple of soups. And yeah, so that's what's in there. Up here is just some, I think that's nori sheets and some bean papers, all rice cakes up there. Here's some little crackers, trail mix, things like that, little snack items. Here's a container of some Larabar snacks, more snacks, little pouches. So I keep my son's formula. And these are little spiced apple sauces. These are kind of, they're supposed to be lunch-sized containers for my husband to take to work. And yeah, so that's everything that's in there. We'll pan over here quickly because it's kind of lame, but it is what I cook from a lot of times. So a couple of cereals, but just all my oats. Couple big bags of quick oats, some rolled oats, things like that, because yeah, we eat oatmeal and bake with them and stuff like that. So yeah. From there, I guess I'll quickly show you what's in here. It's pretty straightforward, like anybody's baking cupboard, but I do, when you cook from scratch, you have to do a lot of baking. So some dried fruit, coconut, some sugars. These, if you have an obsession with mason jars like I do, find some of these 2-quart jars because, oh my god, they're amazing. They're like $20 for 6 of them, but I don't care. They're worth it. Yeah, all my baking stuff, some molasses and whatever. All that good stuff in there. And my bin that I keep some potatoes, sweet potatoes, onions, all that fun stuff. And a quick shot of my spice cupboard. Up here I got multiples, bigger boxes of things. Those are a couple different kinds of salt, some pickling spice. I think there's onion up there. And yeah, I buy most of my spices, or the ones that I use a ton of, in these humongous containers because why not? When you have the space and you're going to use them, you might as well. The usual oils, all that fun stuff. Nutritional yeast, because you have to have that. smoked paprika, which I bought a few of last time because I can't find anybody that sells big things of smoked paprika, and the grocery store is almost always out of smoked paprika when I go there. So when it's in, I have to buy a bunch of them. But yeah, anyways, that's the spice cupboard, little handy bins, keep everything organized. I actually just went through and cleared out a lot of stuff in here because what is it with spice cupboards? They get just like ridiculous. After like 2 months, it's like, where did all this shit come from? Anyways, that's what I keep in there. I guess I should show you this too. This is our tea and coffee basket. It goes on top of the fridge in this basket. We're instant coffee people. This Taster's Choice Gold is really, really yum actually. So yeah, anyways, and up here I also have all my little fermentation items. I have my first ferment kombucha, my second ferment kombucha, and then in the back there is actually an attempt at cider vinegar I have going right now. I had a second attempt as well, but some of my apples floated to the top and got moldy, so I had to dump it. But yeah, yeah, that's where I keep a few more things. So our fridge is kind of lame. It's pretty straightforward, but as I'm sure you can imagine, when you don't grocery shop and you live in a very cold northern town, you don't have a lot of fresh produce. So I did grocery shop last week because we were in town for a dental appointment, so there's some lettuce and cabbage and stuff like that in there, but mostly it is jars of pickles, coconut yogurt that I make myself, some shelf-stable plant milk, smoked tofu, hummus, there's some leftovers and things like that in there, kombucha that's second fermented and chilled, ready to drink. Back there's some tofu, because again it keeps for a really long time. Eggs from our chickens. That's a thing of sprouts that I grow. It's one way to feel like you always have a bit of fresh is to grow your own sprouts. And yeah, some sliced cabbage, leftovers, things like that. And this is all dairy-free cheeses in that drawer because they keep for a really long time, so I can buy them a lot at a time. A couple of apples left, what's left, a little bit of citrus. And then yeah, condiments, like everybody else in the whole world, I'm sure, in their fridge is full of condiments in the door. So one thing that's a little bit different, I keep a lot of seeds here on hand, ready to use. The big bulk ones of those are in the freezer, which I'll show you, but yeah, having them on hand quick and easy is really nice. And yeah, what else is down there? My little sourdough starters just hanging out there for the week. And yeah, that's my fridge. It's kind of lame. And then my fridge freezer is all small size things. So meals that are ready to go in the oven, bread products, and lunches. So these are all like, I think it's like lasagnas, soups, things like that, a little bit of ice cream. Lots of tortillas because they freeze really well and you can buy them a lot at a time. I think in here is like cookies, or muffins or something. I don't know. That's the thing about reusable bags. You never know what's in them unless you label them. But yeah, pretty normal, straightforward stuff. This is all small lunch-size containers for my son when I need something quick and half healthy for him to eat, as well as my husband. So, and I think those, yeah, those are some apple sauces that I froze as well. But yeah, so that's my fridge freezer. All right, so just beside our fridge, we have this upright deep freeze. I really, really love having this in the kitchen, obviously. It's a lifesaver. Love, love, love it. Here I keep all the big quantities of things, so hold this open. All of my nuts and seeds and things like that. I get all these kinds of staples from Amazon because it just makes the most sense for where we live. Some soups frozen in some mason jars there. This is a game changer. Love doing this. Again, if you love mason jars, freeze them and freeze soups in them because it's super awesome. On the bottom here is all my meatless meats. A little bit of butter here, some ice packs, some more butter. My husband eats a bit of dairy and a bit of meat still, so there's a couple of those in here. In the top here is all my frozen vegetables, just bulk sizes of all kinds of big frozen vegetables. We eat a ton of frozen vegetables, so I didn't freeze a ton of my own vegetables last year, or the ones that I did freeze, we pretty much used them all up now, so we're on to commercial frozen ones, which is totally fine. I'm in the freezer too long and rambling. And then on this shelf here is all my frozen fruit. These are cherries, mostly a couple little random baggies of bananas, pineapple, things like that. Apricots, I think, in there too. And then this is mangoes, strawberries. Again, lots of frozen fruit. Here is, sorry, I'm not looking at what I'm doing, looking at this one. This is the drawer of meat that we have. And this is all rhubarb from like 2.5 years ago. Oh, the never-ending amount of rhubarb. Down here is some more big sizes of frozen vegetables. These vegetable blends are my all-time favorite. Love those. Peas, corn, all that good stuff. I buy those in big quantities. There's some more meat down here. I get a lot of ice built up in the bottom of this. I need to break that out. But anyways, so I can't really open this drawer, but it's pretty straightforward. Those are some pork roasts, and then these are some frozen chopped up Granny Smith apples that I'll use for baking. And yeah, my freezer's telling me it's time to get out. So that's what's in there. Alright, so here is my extended pantry. It is, as you can see, there's my washer and dryer, and there's my kitchen, so it's really nice and close, really easy access, love it. Up top here I have, I think there's my juicer back there. I don't know why I haven't gotten rid of that, because I don't ever use it. I might in the summertime, but it's hard to juice when you don't buy fresh produce in the wintertime. Anyway, SodaStream canister refills, a bunch of tea, it's what I make my kombucha and stuff out of, some dehydrated onion. This shelf here is all kind of starchy items. There's some cereal back here. I think there's 4 boxes of, there's some Cheerios as well as Rice Krispies back there. And soda crackers, some wheat thins, some tortilla chips. There's a couple of 3 bags of this quinoa. And then a ton of pasta. This is the kind of pasta that I really like to buy. And I stock up on it when it goes on sale, and when I have a points offer for it, I'll buy like 30 or 40 of them at a time, and yeah, it really works well for us. And down on this shelf here, I have a case of Ichiban, because you gotta have a case of Ichiban apparently, as well as a ton of sugar. Sugar keeps forever. It just gets kind of clumpy, but it's, yeah, stores forever. So I have usually 3 or 4 of those on hand at a time. Some brown sugar. Under here, I'm not going to pull it out, but there's just 1 box of this table salt, but there's 3 or 4 boxes, and that's all pickling salt under there. This is my little kind of mismatched, or miscellaneous, sorry, bin. I have some active dry yeast here that I don't use very much anymore since I started making sourdough, but I have it. Keeps for a long time. Vanilla, molasses. These are a couple of little things. I haven't tried this yet to make kind of my own cheese and stuff like that, but this lecithin granules I use to make my own like dairy-free butter with refined coconut oil and stuff. What do I have here? Cornstarch. That little container back there is some clear gel, it's called. It's like a modified cornstarch that's safe for canning and preserving with. So cocoa powder, some pouches, formula for my son. I try to keep, like, I have 7 of them on hand, which is about right. I try to keep 8 of them on hand or so, because they keep for a long time, and yeah, just nice to have a lot of that, because that's one thing I hate to run out of. This is wheat berries that I bought in hopes to try and grow some fodder for my chickens to eat over the winter, but that didn't really work out. I had lots of mold issues. So anyways, on this shelf here, see if I can raise this focus, see, get some light in there, probably not. A bunch of flour, a little bit of honey, and this is a big bag that I'm working through of white rice, brown lentils. There's some smaller size, it's kind of hard to see, but anyways, I got some navy beans and some pinto beans back there. Lots of dry beans. And then down here, this is just a bunch of junk in a box there, but here I have these, you probably saw in my my last grocery haul video, a bunch of dry beans. These chickpeas I'm actually going to can hopefully in the next few weeks. I'm completely out of canned chickpeas, and I really like cooking from canned beans and legumes just because I always forget to soak them and blah blah blah. Anyways, I need to can some chickpeas, as well as I'm going to try and can some lentils. So I'm going to work through those. That's a humongous bag of rice. And yeah, just boxes of junk, laundry detergent, all that fun stuff. But yeah, this is my big kind of extended pantry. All right, guys, there you have it. Somebody woke up from his nap, so he's making a guest appearance. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, Anyways, I hope that was helpful. I know I get asked quite a bit what I keep on hand and what I like to stockpile, so I try to keep 6 to 12 months worth of most things on hand at all times. Oh, really? Whoa. Anyways, like I mentioned before, I'm hosting a pantry challenge. Okay, you want to go down? It's going to be a lot of fun, and if that's something you're into, you should definitely check it out. Check out my social media links down below. Check out my blog down below. All the info's there. And yeah, hope you're having a great day, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave any questions or comments down below. See ya.